Thank you all for coming today. My name is Ryan Blair. I am the Grout Product Manager with LATICRETE. You can visit our booth right behind you when we're done. Look at our new profiles that we have here at the show today. With me today is Gilles Bignolas, who is manager of our Tech Services Department, and Jeremiah Johnson was here. He's our regional manager in the Gulf Coast. Today, what I'd like to talk to you all about is our Grout Innovations. I think you all know us as being the innovator in the industry, for sure. Whether it's grouts, waterproofing, thin sets, etc. With our grouts, we've got a long legacy of product. We've got SPECTRALOCK Pro Premium, over 20 years now, nearly 25 years in the industry. Revolutionized the industry at the time. It was the easiest epoxy to use, hands down, bar none. Then we came out with PERMACOLOR. Our PERMACOLOR was our high-end cementitious grout back in 2008. And essentially, it's been unchanged since then. We also had 2000 IG, stands for industrial grout, for those very caustic areas, whether it's breweries, back of house installations in restaurants, etc. We came out with IG in 2010. Then I'd been with the company probably 3 or 4 years, and we came out with PERMACOLOR Select. If you're not familiar with PERMACOLOR Select, came out in 2015. Essentially, I was out with Mr. Ron Nash, and he was showing me one of our largest distributors of our products out on the West Coast, and I'm in their warehouse facility, and it's a few football fields long, and it's as tall as this building, with racks and racks and racks of grout. And I said, why so much inventory? Who wants to carry all that? And this is my first day on the job, so I'm totally green to the entire industry. So we got 4 different flavors, 4 different chemistries, and you got 40 different colors. So you got to carry all this. Well, first thing that hit me is, why don't we do it like the paint industry does it, and have a base and then just add the pigments? So that's what we revolutionized the market. We're the only ones that provide that type of product, that type of technology. And then the year after, in 2016, we came up with ANYCOLOR. And for those of you that aren't aware, we've done over 1,200 unique colors, not counting the 160 I have in stock. I've got all of my competitors. I've got a few competitors, I have all of their colors in stock. A few other ones, we have their top 10 in stock. I've got a multitude of other colors, so we have about 160 in stock, but I've also done 1,200 unique colors, matching Sherwin-Williams, Benjamin Moore, Pantone, etc. Whatever color you can dream of, we can make it. And we have a 99.9% success rate, because we've had one color that a college came back and said, you know what, we want the other color for our college. That was it. We hit it spot on every single time. And lastly, in 2020, wonderful COVID year, we launched SPECTRALOCK 1. And SPECTRALOCK 1 has completely revolutionized the premix market. Obviously, premixes have been out there for a dozen years. In my mind, they're all glorified caulks. Let's face it, they're acrylic. I mean, essentially, they're acrylic caulks that are just in a bucket. Well, with SPECTRALOCK 1, now you've got epoxy performance with that technology. So what do we do this year? What's new with Grout from LATICRETE? We have a brand new PERMACOLOR. As you can tell, it's a new bag, new look, new formula. It's a new and improved formula. This formula does not contain sand. We did not formulate with sand. When you utilize sand, you've got sands from a multitude of different areas across the globe. They're always brown, gray, yellow, etc. Then we'd have to cover up that product with all of our pigments. Well, with our new aggregate, it does contain an aggregate, but with this new aggregate, it's actually the brightest of bright whites in the industry now. It's a white aggregate that we've added. So when we go to make these products in all of our 7 plants, we used to have to blend everything, then give it a couple shots of blue, red, etc. to kind of get it to the right color. Now, when we put that pigment in, the pigment is spot on every single time. So we have better color consistency. But with this product, we also have a couple other features. We've got 20% more strength with this product. It's an even stronger product. It also has 30% more stain resistance. So with this new product, you can test this at home, contractors test it. When you install it, come back a day later, 24 hours later. Come back and put some water on it, see what happens. That water is going to bead right up on it. The porosity level of this product, which was originally in the 4.25 area, now is down less than 3.5, which is unheard of for a cementitious grout. So there's some big key things that we've done with this new product that contractors are loving. This new aggregate makes it feel exceptionally creamy. When we're done, whoever wants to come play with it, please come up. I want people to touch it, feel it, taste it even, smell it, whatever you want to do. Come, please try it. We also have a 2-year shelf life now as well. So as I talked about, we do have the brightest of bright whites in the industry today. If you're a specifier or an architect, don't look anywhere else than LATICRETE for bright white grouts, because we have the brightest. It's not like I've made this up. This is on a colorimeter. Anyone can test it. Anyone can see that we definitely have the brightest of bright whites. For those of you that distribute our products, essentially you can see there are some changes. We have a new bag. It's now not landscape, it's now portrait design. Big change there. And also we're going to have a new bag in the smaller 8-pounder. We're going to eliminate those old milk cartons. Nothing changed from a UPC standpoint or from a product number standpoint. Secondarily, PERMACOLOR Select, its sister product. Also updated, new formula, new aggregate. Once again, brightest of the bright whites. Don't look anywhere else. Another thing we did is we actually are changing the size of what we initially had with PERMACOLOR Select. We always sold it in a 12.5 pounder and a 25 pounder. Well, the 12.5 pounders were at least 72 to 78% of what we sold annually. So we said there's really no need for a 25 pounder. So I eliminated the 25 pounder and I was going to make a 12.5 pounder, but because the product is so stark white now, we actually have a 10 pounder. Because the pigment packs that we have out in the industry, they will work either way, 1 for 1. The old ones will work with the new 10 pounder or the old 12.5 pounders, not a problem. But because it's so stark white, I had to take out a little bit of that base content. Once again, stronger formula, 20% stronger. And also not 30% like PERMACOLOR, because we already had a product that was essentially no sealing required, very low porosity, 3.8%. Now we're about 2.5%, which is completely unheard of. Once again, for a cementitious grout, no one else can touch that. 2-year shelf life. Once again, the color consistency is very spot on. As I talked about, new base size, so it's 10 pounds. So what's going to happen obviously is 12.5, 25s discontinued. We have a new part number for 10 pounders. And then going forward with the pigment packs, we'll no longer have those 10 packs with 2 in a case. It's going to be all singles. So you're going to have a 1-for-1 ratio going forward. And those are going to be in stock very shortly. So we're bleeding through all of our old inventory and getting into these new 10 pounders. Once again, as part of our ethos with LATICRETE, we are definitely trying to think about Mother Earth and think about all the trash that we produce. With the packaging, I've eliminated 40% of the packaging with this product. So now you've got much less packaging. What did we do? We pass that on to our customers. There'll also be compostable bags as well. So you don't have to worry about those in the environment. And each one will be color dedicated. So instead of having a label on there, where sometimes those labels would probably deteriorate over time and kind of fade, now it's going to be a color dedicated unit for all of those pigment packs. Once again, just eliminating 12.5 and 25 pounders and the 10 packs, going to a new 10-pound bag and a case of 20 singles. New packaging design. So we have a new bag, new technology. We always heard about Smurf hands. I don't know if you contractors who carry the bags everywhere, we always heard about Smurf hands. Smurf hands are eliminated. This is a new upgraded bag. Much more robust. So it's definitely, we put a lot of money and time and effort into developing that. Obviously vertical orientation and just updating everything, making it more up to date. Our ANYCOLOR program, I did talk about this earlier. What I really want you all to leave with is to know that LATICRETE owns color. No one else can touch us. No one else can do what we do. These pigment packs, like I said, we've done over 1,200 unique colors. Sherwin-Williams, Pantone, Benjamin Moore, Blair, whoever it is, we can match it. Secondarily, we've got, so we can turn this around in 2 weeks. 2-week turnaround time. No one else can do that in the industry. Minimums are one package, one case. No one else can touch us. So if you're thinking of any color, if you're a specifier architect, please, just think of us. There's no one else that can do this. We also, this year, we're also coming out with the colors of the year from Benjamin Moore, Sherwin-Williams, etc. We've got other unique things like Dazzle. We do have a Dazzle component that can be utilized in SPECTRALOCK 1 and SPECTRALOCK Pro Premium. Just another way to kind of touch up your grout, make it look a little bit different. Obviously, it's the only thing you see from us, LATICRETE. Now we have profiles, so maybe there's 2 things, but you know, we definitely are the one-stop shop for all your color needs. We also have a distributor ANYCOLOR program. So if you are a distributor, you have a color that you'd like to make up, put your own name on. You know, we can label it with your logo, give you the name. We can match to anything. You can match to your tiles, and that kind of locks you in for specifications. And we have a minimum. It's 22 cases, but it's regular pricing, so it's not even an upcharge. So if you want to do that, please come to us. Talk to your reps, and we can do that for you. And once again, turnaround time 2 weeks. You can have your own exclusive color. Lastly, I just wanted to talk about our 41st color from SPECTRALOCK 1. It's a translucent, and I also have this up here. Gilles right now is just basically grouting a board, but I want people to come up, play with it, touch it. I did some samples within it with Dazzle, with glow in the dark, made some SPECTRALOCK #1s. So please come up, take a look. It's finally here. It took me about 3 years to get that done. Very difficult to get that strength at 3,500 PSI for you know, translucent glass particles, but we finally hit that. Otherwise, thank you all for taking time out of your day. If anybody has any questions, let me know. And I'd love to have people come up, take a look. You can look at the boards we did yesterday. Please come up.